What's up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome or welcome back to the channel. So I am back with another quick reaction for you guys. Now this comes from a video of a woman who's complaining about affordable housing, about how the house prices or rental prices are going up and how these landlords are just gouging people. So I want to kind of chime in on this and kind of give my thoughts on why this is happening. But I definitely want you guys to hear what she has to say and chime in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts. So comment, like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new videos. Let's go ahead and get into the clip. Here we go.
What I'm about to say may piss a lot of landlords off, but I don't really care at all. But I'm going to read to y'all the qualifications that this person wants for this house. And it ain't an amazing ass house. We're not talking about anything super expensive. The rent, like I said, is $16.95, $40 application fee per adult. They want you to make 3.5 times the rent. Standard, for whatever reason, is 3 times the rent. When majority of Americans don't even make 3 times a $1,600 a month rent. I don't know where people just get up and be like, oh yeah, we're just gonna make this a national standard that people have to make 3 times the rent amount. Majority of people can afford 2 times the rent on a specific basic home like this.
You got to understand that these people, a lot of their properties get destroyed. A lot of these people, when they move in and move out of these properties, they destroy them literally. And so it's going to cost for them to repair the properties and, add value back into the property. So what they're doing is charging it to the renters, because who else are they going to charge it to make sure that they have money to finance repairs and any other things that come along with these tenants. A lot of these people that rent these properties, they don't take care of it like their own. A lot of them don't care because they feel like it's rental and they don't put as much pride into it as if it's theirs. And on top of that, look at the cost of everything else going up. Mortgages are going up, rent is going up, utilities are going up. Everything is much more expensive. So everything is going to go up. Now, they may be adding a bit more to it for their own protection, because of, prior events where, like I've seen several places where people lived and walked out on the rent and tore these people's properties up. So I think they're just trying to ensure that they have money to make sure that their properties are good. And, my thing is this: we have so many women out here saying they're boss chicks and they got it like that, so it shouldn't be a problem. They're saying that they make upwards of 6 figures or more. They should be able to handle it. It shouldn't be a problem, in my opinion, based off of what I'm hearing. Just saying. Let's continue.
But this person is going even further. They don't want you to have 3 times the rent. They want you to have 3.5 times the rent. They want the last 2 years of your W-2s, the last 3 months of your check stub, driver's license or ID, social security card. They want you to make 2 months worth of rent as your security deposit before you even move in, and you have to have a credit score of at least a 670.
What they're trying to ensure is that they have good renters, that they have people who can actually afford it. And the 3 months of check stubs is making sure that you have stable income. 2 years of W-2s are to show that you've actually worked and made money within those 2 years. I think they're just making sure that they have credible people living in their properties. So far, we've seen a lot of situations where these weren't credible people. Either they falsify information and they don't really make the money, so they can't afford it, and they end up, skating out on the rent, and these people have to eat the cost. So, as a person who understands owning property and renting property, she should understand it. It's like, come on now, these people are just trying to protect themselves because they've been done dirty. A lot of these people were not paying rent for months and months and months. So they're trying to avoid ratchet tenants. Let's just say that, for lack of better words. So they're trying to make sure, look, you can afford the property. 2 years of your W-2s, child. They want to make sure you make the money. They want to make sure you can afford to move into the place. And they want to make sure that you have credit to do so.
I'm trying to tell you off the bat, that disqualifies so many people from being able to be in a home that is decent. Let's add that up, why don't we? Off the rip, you have to pay first month's rent, $16.95. You have to pay $40 application fee per adult, and let's just say the standard adult is 2 adults, right? You have to pay, if you have a pet, which majority of people in Houston do have pets, dogs, it's a $250 non-refundable fee per pet. So let's just say you have a pet. We're gonna add that up, and then you have to make 2 months of the rent to equal the amount of the security deposit. So that's $1,695 times 2. All right. And on top of that, we're not even talking about your utilities and all the things that you have set up. They want you to have rental insurance before you move in. Standard rental insurance is probably about $25 a month. Let's just say that. Before you can even move into this house, sitting in a savings account somewhere or just idle money, you already got to come off of this amount of money. I don't know at what point we stop being human though. Even as an investor and a landlord, at what point did we stop being human and we say money trumps everything, including people?
Well, listen, what do you guys think about what she had to say, child? Listen, I mean, it is what it is. If you're in business and your bills are going up, then everybody else's bills are going to go up. They have bills to pay too. So if their insurance is higher, then they got to recoup for their insurance and for their expenses. So everything else is going to go up. And once again, I think a lot of people have, learned from the past that, you got to be careful who you let into your properties because they will tear your stuff up and you are responsible for maintaining it and paying for the repairs. I've watched several videos of landlords showing their properties where the tenants came in and bust holes in the wall, tore their carpet up, just had animal poop everywhere, destroyed these people's property. And when they moved in, the property was nice and clean. Things were not destroyed, but they destroyed it, literally destroyed the property. So they didn't really care about your expenses and what you had to do. So I understand people having to raise prices because everything is costing more. There's nothing you can really do about it. Just like when you get in a house, there are certain requirements that you have to adhere to in order to get that house. And usually if you're trying to buy a house, they want 2 years tax returns as well. They want check stubs. They want everything as well. And you have to have a certain credit score as well. And sometimes a nice little down payment. So it is what it is. I wouldn't complain about it because there's nothing you can do about it. You can't go and force the people to change their prices. It's getting a little harder. It's getting a little harder for people to live and rent houses and rent places. You just can't walk into these places and just demand that these people accept what you have. No, they have certain standards now, and now it's getting a little tougher. And that's why you see a rise in people living in their cars, child. They got people outside of Walmart living in their cars. You got people living in storage units and stuff like that because rent is just getting out of hand and they can't afford it. And this is why I asked myself, okay, where are all these boss chicks with all this money who claim they have all this money and they're so much better than men? How are they making it? Are they doing okay? Because I see a lot of people who are ending up homeless and living in their cars or living in storage units. So I want to know your thoughts on this particular video. Make sure you chime in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that bell. Y'all know what it is. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye.